Just across the Cumberland River from those neon lights of Broadway, we welcome you inside Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Tennessee Titans. With my partner Greg Olson, Mike Tirico, Joey Sly, set to get this one going. Off we go from Nashville. And he will be stopped at the 25-yard line, so that's where this opening drive of the game will begin.
This cat we don't trust first. He decided the word nigga would make black people mad for the rest of history.
It's a three tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
Cheetah, oh, he's sitting on the side.
First play from the 25, and they'll throw. That one's complete. It is Matthew Hipner. Into space. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 75 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tyler Luke now for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead.
You ran against Cheetah, oh, he's sitting on the side.
If you want. Whenever you're ready, go ahead. Okay.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Tony Pollard. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
Elias Campbell on the stop. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Thank you for calling the city of...
Shotgun snap for Wolf. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. Now Lamar going to hang on to it. And he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. 2nd down coming up.
Not much there this time, Mike, and I'll tell you, you don't want to open your quarterback up to too many of these unnecessary hits. I mean, this isn't a gotta-have-it play. This isn't a critical 3rd down or a red zone try. Like, you want to save these plays for when the game's on the line, because if not, you're opening yourself up to some big hits on meaningless plays.
Rashad Bateman, the intended target, and 3rd down coming up. From the gun, Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Tyler Luke now to try the field goal.
A 54-yard attempt.
The kick is perfect, right down the middle. And the Ravens will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Showing off. This ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Fake the handoff. Now Ward. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tavius Robinson in there for the sack. Loss of 10 yards to start this drive. Throwing, Ward. Open man, that is Carnell Tate. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
It's actually a really nice job there on 2nd down, putting this into a 3rd and more manageable down and distance. Remember, they suffered that 1st down sack, and so often that can derail the drive, but they got a chance here to pick this up and maintain possession.
And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
I think it would be a bit of an understatement, Mike, to say that this offense has come out today a bit flat. They haven't picked up a single 1st down through the first 2 drives, and barring a really aggressive decision here, they'll have to wait to their 3rd series to see if they can make it happen. You know, Mike, I'm all for being aggressive. There are definitely times where you have to go for it on your side of the field. I'm just not sure if at this point in the game, this was one of them.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Play action now. Jackson. This one caught downfield by Flowers. Space getting tight here. Down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10.
And the Raven 1st down.
Now, familiar face. Welcome back to Tennessee's 2nd all-time leading rusher. It's Derrick Henry. And a nice game there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Off the play fake. Jackson. That's hauled in at the 2. He'll dive for that 1st down, but it looks like he's just going to come up a little bit short.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for this with Henry. He slams it in there, and he is in.
Touchdown,
Derrick
Baltimore.
Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore. Luke now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Ravens move further out in front. It is now 17-0.
Titans, nothing. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Wandale Robinson, the one he was looking for that time. It's second down. Play fake. Now Ward to throw. Forced out left. Now he takes off. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
One quarter in the books. It's the Ravens out front. We're back in Music City after this. Titans football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with 1st and 10. They run it straight ahead with Pollard. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Great job there by the defensive lineman. You can see, Mike, why he is one of the best interior players in the entire league, using his strength and his speed to get through into the backfield, take the running back down for a loss.
Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Off play action, it's Ward. Now a deep ball here for Ridley. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. They are going for it. It's Ward. And that is not going to work. It is. Go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down.
You know, Mike, there's a lot of coaches out there who believe that an aggressive style of offense is your best chance of winning. Now, this takes it.
Say hello to the Lord with my sincerest regards. Why the rising tide of troubled waters we cross into the fire and frost when the desire is lost? Is it survivor's remorse that raised higher the course? During the year of the horse, I had so much to resolve, it hung me over. I was fearing the hair of the dog. They keep my homie. I was there when they carried him off. When we buried him, we wrapped him in Nigerian cloth. They told a story about him having a malaria cough. They tried to say he had a that was clearly in torch. I hold the fury so they fear me, but it nearly was lost. expecting me to be forgiven like it really was squashed. But I have seen so much that I can never be hushed. I've been the bearer of a burden that is heavy as a pure legacy, incredibly, I'll never be touched. It ain't nowhere to go from here but up.
Welcome to Baltimore's Inner Harbor. 70,000 plus have filled M&T Bank Stadium since 1998, the home of the Ravens. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the San Francisco 49ers and the Baltimore Ravens. With Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico, and out there is Tyler Luke to get us started. Off we go here in the Inner Harbor. They send Evans in motion. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Tackle there by Trenton Simpson.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Kittle is the man in motion. Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
And 9 yards to go.
They send Evans in motion. 3rd down. Purdy. That is knocked away downfield. Incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and they have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And we will not see a return on this one, as it will be marked down.
At their own 29-yard line.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw. Pass caught by Hittner. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Quick completion to start things out, and their first drive begins with a 1st down.
So I really like the decision here that you're going to throw the ball to one of your big tight ends, but it's the personnel grouping that you do it out of. Bring as many big bodies onto the field as possible, stay with the passing game, and you're able to find one of those big tight ends for a 1st down.
First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. He'll get this to about midfield. Alfred Collins there to bring him down.
Gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That'll be taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. That is incomplete. The throw took him out of bounds, and it will be third down.
Yards to go.
Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. They get 24 on that one. Good for a Raven first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
He'll take this down to the 23. Renardo Green there to bring him down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's 2nd and 6.
23-yard line.
Now Jackson. He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. You can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. Man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Kittle is the man in motion. They'll motion over Samuel. Now the pitch comes to McCaffrey. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
Tavius Robinson on the tackle. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
A run here with McCaffrey. Inside the 35, 20, 15, and he will go all the way. Christian McCaffrey, touchdown San Francisco.
And this is the conversation that surrounds the topic of running the ball in the NFL. Mike, if you're going to rely on scoring on 10, 11, 12 play drives and then fight it out in the red zone, there's a lot of pressure on that red zone offense. It's going to be very hard to accumulate a lot of points, but when you can be explosive and you can score from a ways out, that's the sign of the most impactful run game, and big-time play there.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins as they are set to start the drive with 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. They converge on him quickly. They'll only get a couple. From off the edge, Nick Bosa with the stop.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. On play action, here's Jackson. Going up top and looking for Flowers. On is Luke to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Ravens are in the lead by the score of 13-7. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10. At their own
First and 10 now from the 36. Now they'll pitch it out here. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drops for the loss of a yard. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
At the 35-yard line.
Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. That's the veteran Calais Campbell in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Purdy. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Trying to get it to Christian McCaffrey out of the backfield. And that'll set up 4th down. Here's Corliss Waitman now, and he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. Wester on the return. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there.
At their own 32-yard line.
Hot pass in the hands of Flowers. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
On the tackle. 8 yards on the pickup.
Here in this first half, we'll come back to Baltimore after this. Throwing Jackson. The pressure gonna cave in on him. He will go down. 3rd down. They need 5.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
To throw is Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrew. And he's gonna get there. He got the first down. Not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw, Jackson. Oh, that one intercepted. Picked off by Renardo Green. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
George Kittle was the intended target that time. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
San Francisco.
McCaffrey will score. Touchdown, 49ers.
McCaffrey on the carry. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Now Pinheiro to add on the extra point. And this one is no good. He can't convert the extra point, and this remains a tie ball game. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
On first and 10, Jackson. Flowers with the catch. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Baltimore first down.
Jackson now to throw on first down. Moving left. He did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him, drop him for a big loss.
A big loss on the play. Brings up second down.
Second down, Jackson. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. The pressure gets there. Down he goes. Back inside the 20-yard line. Now the Ravens use their first timeout, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs.
You know, I think there's certain times, Mike, throughout the game that call for a very aggressive style of play. I'm just not quite sure this was one of those situations, but I guess we'll see how it plays out throughout the rest of the game.
Eddie Pinheiro going to come on to try a field goal now. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Kyle Shanahan now will turn to his field goal unit. Officially, it's a 36-yard attempt. Pinheiro's kick is good. And the 49ers get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
Good snap, good hold, really good operation by the specialist. Gives this offense the lead right before the halftime break. Now the question will be, can they build on this as they try to close this game out as we look forward to the second half?
Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half. Three points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. That's going to be intercepted. That's the linebacker, Fred Warner.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Purdy. Short throw there, pulled in by Evans. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. From the 46. Here's 2nd down and 3. Up the middle, here's McCaffrey. They had that play dialed up defensively. Stopped them in the backfield. Loss of a yard.
Loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and short. Here's Purdy. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Now Purdy. That's taken in, and he's going to get there. He's got the 1st down. What great awareness after the catch. He gets enough to move the chain. They'll motion over Samuel. Purdy using the pop pass. He's trying to get around the corner, but can't. Going to be run down behind the line. A completion, yes. A loss of yardage, yes as well. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Slot man going to move in motion left. On 2nd down, Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough. But now a much more advantageous spot.
But it's 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with McCaffrey. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down.
It's a loss of 2 yards. Brings up 4th down.
Purdy to throw for it on 4th down. That one on target with Kirk. They've got it. And he's going to have the 49ers 1st down as they get the conversion with a gain of 14. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. That one knocked away. And it's incomplete. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. It's complete to Evans. And they continue to churn out 1st down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal. And they'll run here with McCaffrey. And this one blown up. Good surge. Drop him. A loss on the play. Back to the 9-yard line.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Another shot at it from the 9. 2nd down and goal. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Kittle is the man in motion. Third and goal. Purdy. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. George Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. LaJohntay Wester now to return it. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Play action now. Jackson. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And that will lead to a second down. On play action, here's Jackson. Now, deep ball for Bateman. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender, bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. And the pistol, Jackson ready. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Again, it's Jackson. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Exiting the pocket right. Off he goes. And he scrambles here for about 5 yards. That will lead to a third down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
In the shotgun, here's Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Jackson moving to his left. He's going to keep it himself. And he's going to be close to the first down. Just a yard short of the line to gain, so that'll bring up 3rd and short yardage.
That's a smart play. Second down, don't force it if it's not there. He's able to tuck it, pick up some extra yards, and set up a more manageable 3rd down.
On 3rd and 1, here's Jackson. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. And he will score. Game on. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Ravens. Luke now for the extra point. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the fourth quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. Whoa! And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
And a 49er first down.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll go back to McCaffrey on first down. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
Throw left side, taken in by Kirk. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
22 yards.
Now the Ravens use their first timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. They'll drop to throw. First down throw there is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down? You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up fourth down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. Here's Purdy. That's going to be caught. Oh, he's going to be very close. It depends on the mark, but he is short. They've held him on 4th down. What a stand. This is 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete, but there's a penalty flag on the field. We'll let the officiating crew sort this one out. Here's first down. To throw is Jackson. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
play action. He'll set up to throw. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big third down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have fourth down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull it.
The thoughts of a comeback shattered there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Mustafa. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with first and goal. So, a win here for our visitors, the 49ers. What a finish to this one. The defense comes up with the interception in clutch time to seal it on the final play, and the defense walks off the field with the victory.